Hey guys, Travis the Doom here, and welcome to the third countdown of the RWBY Marathon. Today, we're going for a more unique topic in the form of character pairs. Now, this is not ships exclusively. These are any two characters that have chemistry, and these pairs are ranked by how dynamic they are, as well as how fun it is to watch them interact. And, like before, there are spoilers. With all that said, let's get started.
Of course you would come up with this idea. Think you can make the shot? Can I? Of course I can!
So, what do you get when you mix a high-class family, a daughter who is ashamed of what her father did, and another daughter who is very much military? You get the Schnee sisters. When I first found out Weiss had a sister, I was expecting something similar to what we got. But the way they play off each other is a lot better than I expected. Winter shows that, despite her strict demeanor, she cares for her sister a lot. One great example is when she first appears. She asks how Weiss is doing, Weiss starts talking about academics, and Winter calls her a boob and tells her she meant well-being and friendships. It's a very believable relationship, and one of the main reasons it's only number 10 is because it only showed up for an episode or two, meaning we didn't get to see the full extent. But I'm really looking forward to more of this relationship in Volume 4.
Can I? Of course I can!
Well, time for a more sinister pair. At number 9, we have the pair of Emerald and Mercury. These two first met after being recruited by Cinder a good while before the show's actual story started, and their personalities play off each other really well, showing them as good friends who can get on each other's nerves. Granted, they're both thieves and murderers, but they're still shown to work well together. This duo is just really fun to watch on screen, and I can't wait to see them in Volume 4. If not to see Yang get revenge for the Vital Festival, then to watch their reactions.
Can I? Of course I can!
Alright, our first duo that has Ruby in it. Who's first?
Salutations!
Yeah, this list was tough. So, yeah, the number 8 slot goes to the pair of Ruby and Penny. These two are, on their own, very fun and energetic. When they're together, it just turns into a big adorable moment. Of course, the moment that really made me love this duo was the moment in Volume 2 where Penny reveals her secret to Ruby, and by extension, the viewers. This scene really showed just how much trust they had in each other. It's so fun watching these two interact. I just wish we could have seen more.
Can I? Of course I can!
Who loves fun uncles? Because I do! At number 7, we have the family duo of Ruby and Crow. While Crow may be perpetually drunk, he shows he really cares about Ruby and Yang. However, he and Ruby get more screen time together, which is why it was this pair specifically. From his response to Ruby saying hi to when he was breaking the news to her at the end of Volume 3, Crow shows just how much he pays attention to his niece, and it's a relationship I do not want to see end.
Can I? Of course I can!
So, how do I describe these next two characters?
There we were, in the middle of the night.
It was day.
We were surrounded by Earth's sigh.
They were Beowulfs.
Dozens of them!
2 of them.
But they were no match. And in the end, Ren and I took them down and made a boatload of Lien selling Ursa's skin rugs.
She's been having this recurring dream for nearly a month now.
Yeah, that about sums it up. Nora and Ren are energetic and stoic. A classic pairing that's boosted by the fact that they've known each other for basically their whole lives. You can see how Ren just knows how Nora works and just rolls with it happily, and it's great to see Nora have someone who willingly absorbs her energy like that. Of course, one aspect that gets picked up is how Nora has a crush on Ren, as shown in her song Boop, her stumbling when John thought they were an item, and the not-so-subtle jokes from Ruby Chibi. I really hope Nora can work up the courage eventually, because these two make such a great yin-yang duo.
Can I? Of course I can!
Speaking of Yang, why don't we talk about the main sibling duo? Ruby and Yane as sisters are adorable. Their many interactions show just how much they care for each other, from Yane being ecstatic to being in the same class as her sister, to Ruby's clear worry for Yane at the end of Volume 3. Being someone with siblings, I can fully relate to this as well, which makes the relationship have even more punch.
Can I? Of course I can!
Wanna know what's better than one awkward friend? 2 awkward friends! At number 4, we have the duo of Ruby and Jean. These two are your classic awkward and slightly dorky characters, and the way they play off of each other makes for some good fun. 2 of their more standout moments together are when Ruby shows off Crescent Rose to Jean, and the punch bowl scene from Dance Dance Infiltration. Considering how I used to be like these two, in fact I still kind of am, I can relate quite a bit to their conversations.
Can I? Of course I can!
Okay, we all have that one friend who can get on our nerves, but we still enjoy their company. And if you say you don't, it's likely you're that friend for someone else. Ruby is that friend for Weiss. The first time these two met, it went out with a bang. Literally. As a result, they did not like each other much. Of course, after becoming teammates in the initiation, and some pushing from the teachers, the two started to become actual friends. I love how they were able to learn to look past each other's differences, and Ruby genuinely wanting to be friends made it all the more sweeter once Weiss actually tried to be friends too. The scene where Ruby is studying at night is still one of my favorite ones in the show. I can totally see myself be Weiss with the "that answer is wrong" line. Rooster Teeth, why must you be so good at writing characters?
Can I? Of course I can!
Checkmate.
We really need to rename that move.
This has to be one of the most dynamic relationships I've seen in any show. I honestly didn't think much of this duo at first, but then Volume 1's final few episodes hit. Weiss and Blake were always at ends with each other about various issues, but their argument in The Stray really delved into their respective backgrounds, while also giving us the line,
"Well, maybe we were just tired of being pushed around."
The next episode has the two of them think about things, and Weiss and Blake coming to an understanding, with Weiss simply asking if Blake was still in the right thing. The next volumes show that the two have warmed up to each other a lot as well. Honestly, the way that their relationship developed is what makes me love the dynamic so much. Now I'm just wondering what the eventual reunion will be like in Volume 4.
Can I? Of course I can!
Why you do this to me, Rooster Teeth?
I'm sorry.
You give me one of the few pairs I actively ship in media, and proceed to punch my feelings in the gut while also kicking them in the balls. You see, Jean is a guy who, like me, probably wouldn't instantly recognize and try to suck up to celebrities. This is what started Pierre's interest in him, since he didn't try to get on her good side for being one of the more famous warriors, and was just a nice guy who was maybe trying a little too hard to get the girl. Of course, once Jean realized who she was, he thought he was way out of her league and was completely oblivious to her feelings. This would be more aggravating if the two didn't already work so well as friends, with Pierre helping Jean train and him being there to support her emotionally. The dance scene in Dance Dance Infiltration and its build-up has to be my favorite scene in the whole show, since it shows that even if it was originally sarcastic, Jean keeps his promises and cares for Pierre. So obviously these two get together eventually, right? Well, they would have after she kissed him at the end of Volume 3 if it weren't for Cinder and her It's okay, I'm good now. So, with that all said, who's your favorite duo in RWBY? Tell me in the comments. I'll see you guys in the finale of the marathon with epic fight scenes. This has been the Triforce of Doom. Peace out.